are trying. So instead of focusing on being perfect, let's focus on communicating our ideas. In the next slide, the invisible barrier. Let me start with a simple question. Have you ever wanted to say something in English, but then decided not to? Maybe you thought, what if my grammar is wrong? What if I pronounce a word incorrectly? What if people judge me? If you ever felt the way, you're definitely not alone. These thoughts create what I call an invisible barrier. Not a barrier in our ability, but a barrier in our mindset. And the next slide, the hesitation loop. When we keep repeating those worries, we can become trapped in a cycle. Fear of judgment leads to silence. Silence limits practice. And without practice, our confidence decreases. As a result, the fear grows even stronger. The good news is that this cycle can be broken, and today I'd like to share how. Next slide. Breaking the perfectionist paradigm. The first thing we need to change is our mindset. Many people see language as a task where every mistake means losing point. But in reality, language is much more than that. Language is a tool for connection. The goal is not to speak perfectly. The goal is to communicate effectively. And mistakes are not signs of failure. They are opportunities to learn and improve. In the next slide. The iteration curve. My first point is that making mistakes is completely normal. Nobody speaks perfectly all the time, not even the native speakers. Think about the child learning to walk. Before walking confidently, they fall many times, yet nobody expects them to be perfect from the beginning. Learning English works exactly the same way. Every mistake shows that we are learning, practicing, and moving forward. The real obstacle is not making mistakes. The real obstacle is being afraid to try. And at the next slide, the illusion of preparation. My second point is that fluency comes from practice, not perfection. We can study grammar for hours and memorize 100 of vocab words. However, if we never actually use the language, improvement will be limited. Learning English is similar to learning how to ride a bicycle. Reading about cycling is helpful, but eventually you need to get on the bicycle and start riding. Speaking English works the same way. The more we practice, the more comfortable and confident we become. Next slide. The action versus theory axis. This diagram illustrated different types of learners. Some people know many grammar rules but rarely speak. Others spend a lot of time observing but hesitate to participate. What we should aim for is becoming a communicator, someone who may not to be perfect but is willing to express ideas and connect with others. At the end of the day, communication is more important than perfection. Next slide. The unseen foundation. My third point is confidence is often more important than perfect grammar. Think of an iceberg. What people notice first is grammar and pronunciation. However, what truly supports effective communication lies beneath and the surface: confidence, clarity, intention, and the willingness to speak. Whether in presentation, at interview, or at international conversation, people are usually more interested in understanding your message than finding your mistakes. And then the next slide. Two communicator profiles. Now, let's compare two different people. The other one is the perfectionist and the second one is the confident communicator. The first is the perfectionist. This person focuses so much on avoiding mistakes that they become afraid to speak. And the second one, the confident communicator. This person understands that mistakes are normal and focuses on sharing ideas instead. As a result, communication becomes more natural and effective. So, I'd like to ask you guys, which communicator would you rather become? non-stop communication. Then we take action by speaking whenever possible. Along the way, we learn from our mistakes and continue improving. Little by little, confidence grows, and as the confidence grows, fluency follows. Remember, fluency is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. The next slide. To conclude, I would like to leave you with one simple message. Don't wait until your English is perfect before you start speaking. Speak first, learn from the experience, and keep improving. Every conversation, every sentence, and every small effort brings you one step closer to become a more confident English speaker. Next. And that's bring me to the end of my presentation. I hope today's presentation has encouraged you to feel a little more confident when speaking English. Remember, fluency is a journey, not a destination. Keep practicing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep speaking. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah.